Well, today was our day 5, our last day in New York. So we leave in the morning.
The travel day tomorrow.
Travel day tomorrow, yes. There will still be another video, but it's going to be a travel video. So if you've watched one of those, you probably have watched it all, but yeah. I film it anyway because I figure people are interested. You know, if you've watched this whole, if you've started watching me for the New York journey, you'd like to see us get back home from that New York journey. But we've done the same thing when we've gone to Hawaii and on the cruise and other things like that. So, you know, to London, but those videos are on the channel as well. But this morning we had a full day planned today because, well, it's our last day, but we had a lot to do in one area. We really hadn't, I told you the video that we did previously that where we talked about we hadn't been to Central Park, and on that day, on day 4, when I told you that, I said we're gonna go again tomorrow, which was today. So this morning we went down, we got the same breakfast we've been getting every day, which is fine for us. Yep. Completely fine, and we had already...
It's free.
Yeah, it's free. It's free. We say that every time. But we had already planned a place that we wanted to stop for either a snack or for lunch or something like that. We didn't know what it was going to be. And so we're not worried about having a heavy breakfast, but it was really good. So after we ate breakfast, where do we head for?
We walked down to FAO Schwartz near Rockefeller Center.
And it reminds us of Hamley's toy store in London.
Yeah, it's not quite as big, but it's...
No, it's not as big as Hamley's, but it's on different levels, and Hamley's is on like 5 levels or something, and they have like people.
I think it's also a little wider and deeper.
Yeah, Hamley's is.
Whereas this was really, FAO Schwartz was really, it was kind of wide, but it was very narrow.
Yeah,
it really wasn't a very deep store, but it was really 3 floors, but it was kind of like half floors.
Right, and like we never did see a section of like men.
Never saw Legos.
No, we did not.
Nothing like that.
We did not see Legos in there. We did not see men in there. They did have a Lego store across the street, which we planned on going in, but we didn't because when we went past there was a line, and we thought, you know, we've been in, if you've been in one Lego store, you've pretty much been in all of them.
And I've seen all the ones online. If I were interested, I just order them online.
Yeah, and so...
It's not like we're living in a different country and I can't order one.
Exactly. To some people who never get to go to a Lego store, that's a big deal. But now, heck, you can go in certain airports and they have a Lego store. So we skipped the Lego store and went to FAO Schwartz, but I just wanted to point out, we did not see a section of like men or like they had Funko, and they had like Star Wars Funko, but like they didn't have like they didn't have a lot of
boy type
like
stuff.
Boy stuff, typical
boy
stuff.
Of Barbie and dolls and stuff like that. Yeah, it was more of a girl.
Unless we somehow missed a whole section,
which we can't imagine.
I know, because we were all through there.
No. You never know though. We might have.
We could have, but it is a really cool store. And what I was going to say is it reminded me a lot of Hamley's because they have people set up at like tables that they're trying to sell you stuff. They have like interactive toys or toys that like zip around the room or whatever, and they're trying to, or they have like magic they're trying to show you, and they're
not as many though. There was only like 3, maybe 4.
But they do have stuff.
Whereas
like
Hamley's every floor.
Well, I think every floor had them, but it wasn't as many. Yeah. So right after we went to FAO Schwartz,
we went to Rockefeller Center.
And I was expecting, I thought even though it's summer, I thought they would have had the ice skating rink if they kept it frozen all year. I just thought they kept it frozen all year, and they don't.
They cost too much money. Probably.
Yeah, I'm sure it would. So it's covered up, and there's like a toy, like a playground, like a play area, And of course we got to see the big gold statue and all the flags, which I love.
I like they had a little placeholder where the trees set normally on the ground.
We got to take some pictures, and that was really exciting.
So after that, the Atlas statue was there. We saw it.
It was huge.
Yeah, it's a big statue.
I did not expect that.
Yeah, it was big. And then right across the street from that is St. Patrick's Cathedral. And we went in there.
We went in there. Oh, listen, if Ashley wasn't taking a shower, if you, in the background of these videos, if you ever hear talking or music or whatever,
something mumbled,
it's because we film these. We try to film these while Ashley's in the shower. Sometimes she'll come out while we're still filming, and she's like, "You're not finished yet," and there's a chair behind the camera, but right now she's in the shower. But if she was in here for this, I can just tell you, she was just absolutely mortified when we went into St. Patrick's Cathedral, and I was too. Because, and you know what, if Kevin and I hadn't have visited so many cathedrals and churches in the UK, I think it would have bothered me more. But since I've witnessed, since I see how things are done in these big cathedrals, and when it's a touristy area, this is the norm. So we got in there, and there was a crowd of people down front, and I was like, oh look, there's a service going on right now. And it was a service going on. We kept listening, and you heard keywords, and you heard a certain name being mentioned or the first name being mentioned over and over again. Well, it was a funeral.
And they had a picture of the guy up there.
Yes, huge picture of the man. It was his funeral. So we heard his daughter get up and talk. We heard his friends get up and speak.
Yeah.
And it was a wonderful funeral.
Mm-hmm.
It was the kind of funeral that, like, if I were to have a funeral, this would be, I mean, it was a nice funeral. But
got all the tourists walking around taking video.
They did have it closed off to where you could not, like, walk up the main aisle.
Right, and you couldn't walk really far up on the sides. Well, I mean, you walked up pretty far on the sides.
Yes, you could walk.
But you couldn't, like, walk in front of them.
You couldn't walk in front of the funeral.
Right.
But they have on the very, very edge, like where the stained glass windows are, they have those aisles. You could pretty much walk all the way up to the end of those.
Yeah,
and so if those people had looked over, hello, people taking video honestly, and talking on there was a woman on her phone and everything. And
I know. Well, she's not supposed to be on her phone in there
But
anyway.
I don't think they would have heard any of that from in the middle. It's a huge
it's a
church.
Huge place.
It's huge.
Sound does not carry in there very well anyway. And also, you're in this church, you know tourists are going to be there. They're not going to close the whole church down for a funeral.
Right.
So they know.
If this man clearly went to this church.
Yeah.
He knew that he's in New York. He would have known that tourists are coming through here every single day, and that this is the way it is.
Maybe he wanted all the extra people to attend his funeral.
Yeah, maybe he wanted me to walk in and hear how wonderful he was, and hear some stories about him and stuff. I would like to look up and know who it was. But Ashley was literally just mortified, and Kevin and I walked up, I got some video, because I mean everybody else was doing it. I wasn't gonna we were here at this time, and so I got the video, but now she hung out in the back.
Yeah, and you can videotape and stuff in there. They don't have a problem with that.
There was no charge. No. There was no charge.
They kind of glanced in your bag real quick, and that was it.
Yeah, there was no charge to go in. They allow video. I would not have a flash on if I had.
Right, no flash photography.
Right, but
and I think it said no cell phones. No, there was a couple other things you're not supposed to have, but I can't remember.
She actually had her phone though plugged into an outlet over there on the side of the church.
She did, yeah.
And she was talking on the phone.
Yeah.
So
some people are just rude.
But we got that woman that year that we went to Hawaii to Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
And they told you you're not supposed to have anything even on. You're supposed to be very, very quiet. And here she was talking on the phone.
As loud as she possibly could.
There's always one. That's why people ruin things. You wonder, there's always one in the crowd that's gonna step over the line, you know. So then we went to another church.
Yeah, we did. It was a small. I don't remember what it was called.
It was another church, and we went in there. And if you watched the video, you would have seen it. And it was absolutely beautiful. And once again, it didn't cost us any money to go in.
I didn't even see anybody there working there.
No,
there was one guy at the door.
One man at the door, and he
told me to put my water on a table because had that much water in a bottle, and it's like, by the time I lay this on this table, there's no way I'm drinking it after I've left it sitting there while we walked around this church. So,
and just so you know, Ashley told me before we left, she said, I'm going to bring my water bottle. And she said, you should think about bringing your water bottle too. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because this is the first trip I've ever brought a water bottle on. I've never done this before. And I'm so glad that I did because like tonight, we didn't stop and get a Coke, get a drink before we came back, but they have an ice maker just right down the hall and they have water. And I'm very impressed with how many hours and hours this will keep your water so cold, and it's delicious. It's so good to drink when it's that cold. But it has really come in handy on this trip. Now I packed it in my bag, and it was empty, of course. I think Ashley had hers in her backpack.
With the intention of filling it up at the airport so she could have it.
But then I think she didn't see a place.
She never did.
Yeah, but
I did because I took my medicine.
Oh, okay. So she did fill it up at the airport. So, but I'm glad I've had this in the room this time.
It's nice.
This has been really, really nice.
Yeah, if you got one, it's nice because I fill up, like we'll drink a Coke and I'll bring it back to the room and rinse it out and just fill it up with water again. That's what I drink. I don't even put ice in it.
It's just not something I'm used to doing. I know a lot of people are. So where did we go after that?
The church. The last church we went to, we ate.
Yes, we ate
Liberty Bagels.
Liberty Bagels. Now,
it's the one near Central Park.
I am probably going to offend some people, and if I do, Kevin and I are always honest with you all. Always.
And everybody's tastes are different. So.
Everybody's tastes are different. But I've heard the whole time we've had this channel about bagels and how you need a because I haven't had a real bagel like I haven't had like a fresh bagel like from a bagel place, a bagel restaurant. And so I made up my mind when we were coming to New York. I thought, you know what? I'm gonna squash this. Nobody's gonna be able to tell me anymore that I haven't had a bagel because I'm going to New York. I'm gonna have a real bagel from New York, gonna have it fresh.
From a bagel place.
And from a bagel place, and then we'll just see, is this bagel, is it gonna convince me that I like bagels, or is it gonna convince me that this is any better than what I can get, what Thomas's or whatever at home?
Yeah.
So we went in Liberty Bagel, and it was a hopping place. Now let me tell you, absolutely packed. But we did luck out because right when we got finished with the line, and we were waiting on our food, some people got up and we moved right in, and so we were able to sit right there. It was very comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, it's busy behind you, but we just ignored them.
Yeah, but I mean, we were glad to have seats at a table, and it was clean. You know, we were grateful
for it. Did have to sit outside or anything like that?
We didn't have to wipe booty sweat off the stools.
Yeah, we didn't have to wipe the stools off. Joe's Pizza. But okay, so Ashley ordered a panini. And
like a chicken mozzarella.
It was chicken parmesan.
Yeah.
And I will just tell you, she was not happy with it.
She said it tasted good, but the texture of the chicken, they'd ground it up.
It was
so it was like
grainy.
It was
literally ground up.
It was like canned chicken.
Yes.
That's what the texture was like.
And I could.
And it grossed her
Instead
out.
of a nice chicken patty that they flattened out and
Which
fried.
is what I was expecting, because that was also in the case.
Yeah, they didn't do that.
Yeah. So Ashley did not like that. Okay, so then I got the rainbow bagel.
Right, which is just a regular bagel. It's just colored.
Yeah, it's just colored. It's just pretty. I like pretty.
Yeah.
I love pretty colors. But I got the birthday cake cream cheese. And I had read online or something, or maybe you had read it to me.
That slightly sweet is what I'd read.
Okay. Well, I had ordered it, and then as we were leaving, you walk past the cream cheese case, and the guy says, "Oh, do you want a sample of everything?"
Which we could have got it before we ordered.
Which they didn't.
I know, but if you got out of line and walked over there,
I was going to say, nobody offered me a sample before I ordered.
You could.
Because I felt like, why are they offering me a sample after I've ordered?
I know.
The time to ask me for the sample.
When you were in line waiting, though, you probably could have stepped over there and said, "Can I sample whatever?"
They're so busy, I'm surprised he had time to do that. But anyway, I said, yes, I will take a sample of the Oreo.
Just for curiosity.
It did not taste like Oreo whatsoever.
Just cream cheese.
It tasted like cream cheese. There was zero Oreo in it. It wasn't any sweeter.
You saw a little crumb in it, that was about it.
It tasted like regular cream cheese. So I thought, wonder how the birthday's gonna taste. Guess what? It didn't taste like birthday at all. It literally, it had like specks in it and stuff. It looked like birthday, but it tasted like plain cream. It wasn't even like,
sweet.
No.
They describe it as slightly sweet, so.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It's not sweet. So it's
like those products we bought before their birthday cake, but they just look like birthday cake.
I think it is one of those that people buy just to take a picture of it and put it on Instagram.
Which we did.
But, I didn't put it on Instagram.
But you took a picture.
But I took a picture of it. I mean, it might end up on Instagram. Who knows? But I think it's one of those that people are buying just to take a picture of. The thing is when you do that and when you advertise this business, then it makes it seem like, oh, birthday cake, it's going to be, it's going to taste like birthday cake. It's going to taste sweet. And really, you're doing everybody out there a disservice because it wasn't anything special. And honestly, the bagel itself, I'm sure this is completely normal, but it was very tough. It's very chewy.
That's a bagel.
It's just not my thing. I would rather have a Krispy Kreme.
Well, and the people taking the pictures of them, they're probably just posting it. Look what I got, rainbow with birthday cake frosting or cream cheese. And that's probably all they ever post. They probably never post.
They don't
what they
give
think
an
about
opinion
it, what they taste about
of
it.
what they think.
Yeah, they just show a picture.
Well, I can tell you, I wouldn't. I mean, I just didn't think it was anything.
I got a plain bagel with bacon and scallions, green onions. It was what it was. Cream cheese. Mine had an oniony flavor, but that was about it.
You didn't taste any bacon.
Any bacon. You could see a piece of bacon here and there, but you didn't taste it.
But he should have been able to taste the bacon.
Yeah, because I could have just got the scallion cream cheese if I wanted just onion. So it was good. The bagel was fine.
What did you think of the texture of the bagel?
It was just like a bagel you'd get in a grocery store at home.
That's what I was gonna. That's okay. So that's.
And Ashley, let me put it in perspective. Ashley actually buys bagels more often than I do.
She does all the time.
And she said they taste literally the texture and
It was
everything.
thicker, but it tasted the same.
It tasted the same.
Yeah, they were a little bigger, like physically bigger, but as far as the texture and everything, it was exactly the same.
So, if you're one of these people because I don't remember who
And
I
I
was
don't even
talking
buy nice bagels. I get them at the Kroger in a bag.
Yeah, just
if you're one of these people that have told me, oh, you don't know what you're missing out on, I personally wouldn't get another one. I just wouldn't. I don't see the appeal of it at all, and especially her saying it's no better than anything at home. Well, I don't even buy them when we're at home.
The best bagel I ever ate in my life when I worked for a computer place, Pomeroy, and they would come in once every week, remember? And they were like $5, and I would buy cheese and onion bagel with the cream cheese on it.
And who were they from?
I don't know. It's like Everything Bagel, something like that in Lexington. It was a bagel place in Lexington, some bagel house. They were the best bagels ever.
I'm surprised we had the $5 to get it.
I know. It was like, I didn't do it every week. I only did it every so often.
Right.
Some people do it every week. But those were the best ones. Those were better with bagels than what we had today.
Yeah, and I think this company is probably a really, really good company.
They've won awards for best bagels.
Yeah,
in New
they
York,
have a lot
so
of different flavors and
it's not
everything.
like one of these
it's just
goofy
that
places.
it's like I guess I'm just not a bagel person. Either you're a bagel person or you're not, and I just don't think I'm a bagel person.
I like bagels, and it was fine, but it was no No better than I can get it.
They did have a lot of other things to choose from, though. They did have other paninis. They
Oh,
had
they had wraps
muffins.
and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, they had all kinds
and
of
it
stuff.
all
yeah.
looked okay. I have to say, even the paninis and stuff like that, they just looked okay. And they didn't look anything like anything special or anything.
Right.
So, yeah, not bad.
So what did we do after we?
Then we were going towards our ultimate destination was the Met, which is where we were going. So in passing going up to the Met, we did pass the plaza. From a distance you could see it, but the bad thing is they were doing construction out front, so you couldn't see anything on the ground. So you could see the tops about this much of a fountain in there somewhere, and everything else was covered with like fencing and stuff, and you couldn't see anything. So it's kind of disappointment.
You know, I totally meant to go inside there and look at the gift shop, and we didn't.
Yeah.
I completely forgot.
I think we just had a goal in mind to get to the plaza. Get to the Met.
Get to the Met. I
and walk.
completely
And we've been
forgot.
walking, and it was kind of hot. You know.
But it
wasn't
today.
as hot.
Yeah, today was much better.
Yeah.
Today's been the best day weather-wise.
It rained a little bit this morning, or like really early before you really got up. It rained a little. I think that cooled it down a little bit.
Yeah, it was really nice weather today.
Mhm.
But I did mean to go in there. But you know what? I probably wouldn't have bought anything anyway, so it doesn't matter. Because that's one of those very expensive places, you know.
Yeah, then we just walked up to the Met, which is the Metropolitan Museum of Art. It was $30 a ticket. I bought those this morning before we left. Just got on my phone and ordered them.
And keep those handy, because don't delete those off your phone.
Yeah,
or
don't
whatever.
let them scan it once you. Because I think I heard one girl say, "I just threw those away," and it was like, "Don't throw them away because you'll need them again."
Yeah.
Because I think we scanned like 3 times.
It's weird. It's really weird. It's not like you walk in the front door and show your ticket and then you're free to go wherever. It's like they have the building divided up, and if you go in one section and come back out, well, then you're basically out of the museum again.
You got to rescan.
And you have to rescan, even though you're not leaving the physical building. If you leave a certain area, because at one point we were looking for a bathroom, of course. There's always a bathroom story in here. And so we found a bathroom, but come to find out, it was like in a part of the building that wasn't considered part of the museum.
We could have found one inside.
So we had to scan to go back in.
Yeah.
But I didn't know we were leaving.
I didn't either. They have like their front entryway, like the square entryway. And honestly, if you scanned it on one side and you walked around and went down or up or whatever the store and went around, it's like kind of like a C shape. You can stay in there and be fine. But if you leave that and go into that square, whether it be upstairs, downstairs, or whatever, then you got to rescan it.
We literally
That's the deal.
rescanned them 3 times while we were there.
Yeah, probably 3 times.
Yes, because
But-
we were walking all over the place. It's a maze.
And the place is huge.
It is absolutely like I would give yourself several days.
Yeah, we didn't see it all.
No, we didn't,
And we spent
we spent at least 3 hours.
yeah, at least I think we spent close to 4
At
hours.
least 3 hours, and we absolutely did not see it all. It's one of those places where
We saw most. But
we
didn't see
could
everything.
absolutely go back.
Mhm.
And in some rooms we walked in and we really
skimmed
there's
things.
no way you could look at it all. There's
No.
just not. You would have to live in New York and have one of those like passes, and you could live here and you could focus your attention. Okay, today
This one section.
I'm going to focus on this one section, and then you would have time to look at every single thing. But if you look at every single thing and read every single thing, you're still not gonna. It's going to take you forever to do that. And so
And I actually discovered the audio tours on there. You punch the number in, and sometimes they would have like an audio,
Which
like,
is
story
really
about
cool
what
that
it
they do
is.
that.
Yeah, it's neat.
but we enjoyed it thoroughly. I would go back.
Makes your feet sore walking.
That's
I like
something I would definitely do again,
Mm-hmm.
because you don't have time to do it all.
If I were to come back, I would probably not do that one. I would go to the Natural History Museum next instead. And then if we had time, then go back to the Met a second time.
Okay.
Because we didn't go to the Natural History.
Why didn't we go there?
It was just on the other side of the park and complete separate thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
We
It was
should have
just
gone
kind of further
there.
away.
No, we shouldn't have. We were ready to come back.
No.
Not today.
I don't mean today. I
said
meant
sometime.
during this trip.
Yeah, it
we
was-
should have gone to the
It was
natural.
pretty far away. We could have gotten
It
there.
was pretty far away.
If we could have got on a subway or something like that. We could have
Oh, I didn't know it was that far away.
It's on the other side of the park, so it's like the Met's here, and then that is on the other side of the park up here. So it's
okay.
I mean, yes, we could have gotten there by walking, but it would have just.
Well, we
Miserable.
took a very, very long walk today, and honestly, I thought I enjoyed it thoroughly because I enjoy walking, but it was such nice weather.
It was nice.
We could not have done earlier in the week what we did today without being completely miserable. But it was actually really nice today.
Yeah, and then we came back through the park after we left the Met. So the Met was nice. Spend lots of time there. Plus, you're paying $30 a person. Spend the time. You know, don't waste.
Yes.
Don't go fast.
And there's places to get you a little something to drink or
Yeah,
eat
they have a
if
little
you
cafe
want
in
to.
there. They
There's
have bathrooms,
plenty of
stores.
bathrooms, yes.
Little shops and stuff like. They have like 3 different shops that I remember seeing.
Yeah. And then on the way back, we did discover there's like 2 more places at least where they have bathrooms in Central Park. So Central Park.
Yeah, one was like a restaurant. I can't remember what the other.
Not even that one. I'm thinking
On the
of.
steps. with the
Yeah,
statue.
there was on some steps that we went up. There was,
Go with the wedding pictures.
yeah, there was bathrooms right there. So yeah, there were several other places that had bathrooms.
Oh, that was at the fountain.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we walked through Central Park. We didn't really hit anything new. We thought we were going to hit new things to see, but we really didn't. We just
Which was
kinda
fun.
went down. Yeah.
I enjoyed just walking through the park and
Yeah, it was
seeing
kinda getting late
everybody
anyway.
there.
And-
We were,
and-
Ashley was starving. We were all starving.
Because we
And-
didn't eat. I ate all of my bagel. Ashley did not eat all of her panini, so she was really.
And I
hungry.
did not eat all of my bagel.
Yeah,
It's
so-
just like, you know, you have to, in your life, you have to decide, are these calories worth it it's just okay, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
it's okay, but it's not great. So anyway, yeah, we were hungry.
Yeah.
So
we didn't want to spend, because we could have went across to like the castle thing in Central Park and walked down from there, but it wasn't worth it at that time. We were just ready to go.
yeah, we might get it on another trip.
You never know.
So,
So we walked down through the park and then we went to go eat.
We went to eat, yeah. So it's called Carnegie Diner and Cafe.
Mhm.
It was really nice.
It was nice.
I liked the inside. It was big. It was clean. They had a lot of people working there. I mean, they were well staffed. They were. It just
It's a
was
big menu,
It was
too.
it was a huge menu. Yeah, there's something
It's almost
for
too
everybody.
much on the menu, honestly.
There's something for everybody though. I think it's smart for them because then they know they'll get all kinds of
Yeah,
people.
because they have breakfast all day. You can get breakfast. They have sandwiches, pastrami. They had all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah.
Chicken. Me and Tammy literally got the same fast.
We
same
did
sandwich.
the same sandwich, and we usually don't do that, but we both liked it.
Yeah, it was
Their
good.
French fries were delicious. I
French
ate
fries were very
every
good.
single French fry
I did
on my
too.
plate.
Yeah. They
And
give you this
then-
little like a salad with looked like balsamic vinegar.
I didn't
even
touch
touch
that.
it,
No,
but
I
it was there. And then we got the chicken sandwich, and it was
With
good.
with bacon.
Yeah, it was good. It was the best chicken sandwich ever. It was they flattened it out really thin, and it was fried nicely. It was a little dry, but it wasn't like.
It was kind of like a chicken, like you would
A
make a
cutlet
chicken
or
parmesan or something.
Yeah, it was like a little
that.
cutlet.
And then Ashley got fish and chips.
It was so thin though, so it was a little dry, but at least it was thin, so it really didn't matter that much. If it had been a thick piece of chicken that was dry like that, I wouldn't have enjoyed it at all. But it was pretty thin. So,
Yeah.
and then what did I get?
Ashley got fish and chips.
And it was
Fish and chips.
fantastic.
Yeah,
she
liked
loved it. She
Yeah.
really did like it.
Yeah.
When we get home, when we're doing our wrap-up video, we'll tell you what our favorite places to eat were and our favorite experiences and stuff like that. So that'll be fun for us to go over again. But we also got dessert,
Yeah,
which
that's probably one of the only places we got dessert.
we never, when we're at home and we go out to eat, we never get dessert because it's just,
I'm usually so full.
I'm
anyway.
full, number one, but number two, it's also really expensive.
Mhm.
It's, it's just expensive. But I'm glad we did because it was fun. You and Ashley got the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You got an Oreo milkshake.
Yeah, it's an Oreo cake milkshake.
So it
which
was
literally had a milkshake on the bottom
Uh-huh.
with Oreo pieces in it and a slice of literally Oreo cake on the top.
right, and then I got it was like called brownie overload or brownie extreme or
Yeah, something.
explosion. Maybe
Yeah.
that was it. But it was a chocolate milkshake and it had a brownie on top. And honestly, I would not get that again.
I wasn't as impressed
No.
with the milkshake.
I did not like the chocolate milkshake itself.
Yeah. Well, I told him, I said, I told Tammy and Ashley, it's like, I'm just a simple person. I just want a regular old vanilla milkshake. If they'd had a vanilla milkshake on the thing, I probably would have just ordered that. But that wasn't, I mean, I could have asked for a vanilla milkshake, I'm sure, and just gotten one, but they didn't have that listed.
I mean, I liked the whole, I liked being able to get the brownie, and it sounds gross, but it's not.
They're
Because
just eating it with the
I
ice
do
cream.
not like wet bread.
Yeah.
Do not like wet things like that. But if I could cut off a piece of brownie and then quickly like baptize
Dip it
it in the chocolate milkshake and then eat
Did
it.
she say baptize it?
Yeah, I baptized it. And it was delicious. It was good like that. But
Yeah.
now to drink the chocolate milkshake by itself,
Didn't like it.
I did not like that.
It's just like if you get a brownie with ice cream on top, you eat it together usually.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I enjoyed eating it together
I would not
more
get-
than I did separate.
I would not get another one of those milkshakes.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
If you all go to the Carnegie Diner, it's good food. It really
Yeah,
is.
yeah, the food's good.
But I would not get one of those milkshakes. I would get some other dessert if you're going to get
Yeah.
a dessert. Yeah.
Because they had all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah. So then we walked, we went in a grocery store, and unfortunately, this whole time we've been here, I have not been able to buy anything that I've seen because it's been too hot. And that's fine. I'm not complaining. I'm thrilled to death for the experience, But it is what it is. I've seen things I've wanted to buy and I haven't been able to buy them because it's too hot. So we had gone in some stores before and they've had some things where it's like, oh, I want to buy that, but can't because it's hot. So
And they're always really far away.
They are always far away. So we passed the store tonight after we ate. And, well, we passed it before we ate, but then after we ate, we decided we're going to go back to the store because it was just 5 minutes away. And I went in there and I thought, and I told Kevin and Ashley, I said, it's the perfect temperature to where we've had a good temperature. If I buy something, I can actually buy it. We went into this grocery store. They didn't have anything at all that I had seen before that I wanted to buy.
No, it's really nothing
So
to do,
in order
really.
to have gotten the things that I wanted, I would have had to have gone back to those other grocery stores, which are they're just too far away. They just are. They're too far away from where we're at. So the stuff that I bought to review at home is going to be very, very limited, but that's okay. I'm really happy with what I got. I bought some chocolate at FAO Schwartz today. I bought some chocolate at the Met today. And then I've got a couple of other things, and you'll see them in a haul either way before this or after, or something. Probably way before this in a haul. But I'm still glad we got to go in the grocery store and see what they had.
Yeah.
And I posted some pictures to Instagram, and I'm sure people are like, oh, that ice cream's only in New York or whatever. How did she see that? Well, that's because I was in New York when I posted the picture. But I didn't get any because I couldn't. But then we came back to the room
Yeah, just kind of relaxing.
and we've relaxed, and because we're getting up at the crack of dawn tomorrow.
Yeah, I ended up booking a car.
Tell them real quick about the service you got.
I was going to use the curb thing, which is just the New York taxis, the yellow taxis, and you can't pick your size. You can say how many passengers you have, but you can't say like I need a van or something like that. And we needed a van. A car. They told us a car wouldn't hold those when we got here.
Right.
So I'm assuming a car wouldn't still hold them.
We have 3 large bags, and so
Yeah, so really we didn't want to take the chance on them sending a small car and them going, oh, it won't fit, and then them having to call somebody else over here. It just wasn't worth the hassle.
and you looked up Uber.
And I looked up Uber, and they were like $75 more than what I paid, so I didn't do that. So I ended up getting a car company that was recommended by tons and tons of people called Caramel. And it was about the same price as the taxi, honestly. And scheduled the time, told them I needed a minivan, so that'll hold up to 6 people, and it should hold our luggage if it's a minivan. And it's kind of like Uber and Lyft. I think it's individual people, but you can specify the cars, and they're just cheaper, a little bit cheaper. But it had really good reviews. Everybody that I read about, I didn't see anything negative about it at all. Now, I saw some negative reviews from like 6 years ago, but nothing in the past like couple of years. So,
It might have just been getting started 6 years
yeah, it may have been. Maybe
they may have been
very
working out
limited
the
or something.
bugs.
Yeah. So I don't stress about reviews 6 years old.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're doing that tomorrow. They're going to pick us up, I guess, downstairs.
Yeah, we'll take everything
Right,
downstairs,
everything.
yeah.
And we won't get to have breakfast here tomorrow morning because the breakfast
We're leaving early.
here doesn't start until 7, and we're getting picked up at 6:30 in the morning. Kevin, that's way earlier than when our flight leaves, but we don't want to take any chances of being late.
Yeah, maybe a pile up between here and there.
Yeah, you just don't know,
Right,
and we want to make sure that we get there for our flight. So in this time, instead of going through Washington, D.C., we'll be going through Atlanta. So actually, I can tell you we'd rather go through Washington, D.C. It was a nice airport.
The good thing is we'll be in the New York airport for a little while. We'll have some time to look around in stores and stuff like that, which we didn't really have time to do.
No,
when
so
we get here.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, so there might be some stuff to show you tomorrow.
I might be able
travel
to buy some more though. Like if I saw
That's true.
If I saw some New York products or chocolates or something like that I wanted to get and I couldn't, maybe I can get them. But that's a really good point. Maybe I'll have time to get them at the airport.
I'm sure we'll add them to whatever the food.
The vlog,
haul.
the haul, yeah, the food
We'll
haul.
add them to them if we get something.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're looking forward to a travel vlog on the way home tomorrow, and we'll see you next time.